Hello and welcome to another video. We are doing Rosie's 12-month update. I am honestly mind blown that we have a 1-year-old in 3 days. She'll be 1. That's crazy.
It's crazy.
But I'm also really glad that we've been doing these because we can look, sorry if it's echoey in here, it sounds very echoey. You hear that?
I do hear that.
Well, hopefully it doesn't end up too bad on there. Anyway, I'm really glad that we've been doing these updates since she was 3 months old because we can kind of look back and see how our answers to these questions have changed and just remember all of the times from when, all throughout her first year of life. So I'm glad that we've been doing them. So
It's been fun.
yeah. Let's go ahead and get into the questions pertaining to her last 3 months, from 9 to 12 months. We're going to be answering these questions about pretty much anything in that time span that has happened that we can remember. So the first question is, how would you describe her personality?
So I think she's become very clingy. She does not like being left alone. She prefers to be held a lot more than I think she ever did.
Yeah.
Although she does take naps better without us, but she
Yeah.
just wants to be around us constantly, which isn't a problem. But
Yeah, she's always been a little bit clingy, but now it's kind of to the point we put her down and she'll literally do this little cry. It's definitely a fake cry. It's just whining almost. And she's like, no, don't leave me, come back. So yeah, she's definitely a little bit clingy. Yeah, she's very active, I would say. She really loves, rolling around on the floor and playing with her toys and doing stuff like that. What is your favorite thing that she does?
when she gets really excited, she starts to kick her legs almost like she's swimming. Isn't it? A lot of times if I just finish feeding her, I'll pick her up, and while she's in the air especially, she'll just kick her legs up and down frantically.
Yes.
And it's just really cute.
Yeah, it's really adorable. Recently we've kind of been trying to teach her to communicate as best as she can. So one thing we've been focusing on a lot is teaching her to reach her arms up, and we say up and we show her that motion, and we even raise her arms up for her and say up, so that she can kind of associate when we say up, that's what we're asking about, and she can communicate I want up by raising her hands. And she's started to do that independently. So first it started with, I would literally raise her arms up and go up, and then Adam would pick her up. Then we started reaching our hands out like this, and she would raise her arms up and like she wanted up. And now she'll just do it on her own. If she sees us walking over, she'll just reach out to us, and it's the cutest thing. I love it. But I also just love it because it's something that we've worked on, and to see that all come to fruition is really a good feeling as a parent. So yeah, I love that for a lot of reasons. Is she a good sleeper?
Yes, but a little bit differently than she used to. Now she wakes up probably about 2 or 3 in the morning, and we'll pick her up, bring her into bed with us, and sometimes I'll remember to put her back. And if I do remember to put her back, there's a 50-50 chance that she'll wake up again later and need to be brought back into bed.
Yeah.
So she's clingy even in her sleep.
Yeah. But she is a little bit better at naps. She can, like he said, she can nap on her own a little bit better. And she's on a little bit of a schedule now. We can kind of predict when she's going to want to nap, how long she will nap, and things like that. So in a sense, her sleep is a little bit better, a little bit worse. But compared to most babies, I would say she's still a great sleeper. Because when we do pick her up from bed at night, she goes right back to sleep. Mm-hmm. So yeah, pretty easy to deal with. Who is she most like out of the two of us, or people in our family?
I think she's the most like you, personally.
Why?
I don't know.
I think she's a lot like Adam because she's very chill and laid back. She doesn't mind meeting new people. Anyone can hold her, and she's just very chill about it. She's very curious. She gets excited about a lot of things. I feel like all of that is like a way I could describe you as well.
Yeah, I guess.
Like you're just very chill. You love meeting new people. You're very go with the flow. You know, you can sleep anywhere in any position, which she fell asleep on me the other day. Literally, like, I had her between my legs and I was like reclining back, and she was like over my leg, like reclining back with her head, like almost upside down. And she just fell asleep like that. And I have a picture of it, I'll show you guys. But yeah, she can like fall asleep in pretty much any position if she's tired enough, which she definitely gets from you.
Yeah, that is true.
And you have no evidence to why she's like me? No
I guess
reasoning.
not. No.
So it's settled then, she's more like you.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. What are some things she loves to do?
She still loves to read, and now especially she loves to count. Well, for us to count.
Yeah.
If there are any books that we just count the number of things, or if there are any songs that involves counting, she absolutely loves it.
Yeah. What nicknames do you use for her?
I've started calling her Miss Rose, which I don't know if it's technically a nickname, but it's just...
Well, Miss Rose is not her name, so
Yeah.
it's definitely, her name is Rosalia, so
Yeah,
it's definitely
well.
a nickname.
Okay, well, I started calling her Miss Rose about as frequently as I call her Rosie.
Yeah. I still call her Peanut. I'm pretty sure I've said that in the last 2 updates. I call her Peanut all the time. I don't know why. I don't even like peanuts, so it's probably a terrible nickname, but that's why I just call her all the time. So, what are your favorite memories with her?
Well, when we put up the Christmas tree, was it 2 weeks ago, a week ago, whatever it was, she was taking a nap when we were putting up, but once it was all, up and the lights were on and everything, she woke up when we brought her in, and even at, almost a year old, just watching her like see that and, recognize the Christmas tree for the first time, really. I don't know. I just really enjoyed that.
Yeah, she loves the Christmas tree, and that's really sweet. I also really love, we took her to Boo at the Zoo around Halloween time, and at the Columbus Zoo, and they have a huge aquarium there, and she loves fish. She could watch fish in an aquarium for so long, and she likes to like put her hand up and try to touch them and stuff. It's very sweet to watch her interact with other animals and stuff. Well, not other animals, with animals. I mean, off the top of my head, that's probably like one of my favorite memories.
Her and the manatee became best friends.
Yeah, the manatee was like right up to her and stuff, so. All right, we're almost done. We have 3 questions left. How far has she come developmentally up to this point?
I think there have been a lot of things that are, that have improved as far as like her expressing herself. She's learned how to clap. She raises her hands, like we said. She is a lot more vocal about whether or not she likes something or not. So at least in those areas, since the 9-month update, I've seen a lot of improvement. She's also started to get into a crawling position and rocking back and forth. And
even like scooting forward some as well.
So we know that that's coming soon.
Yeah. I think even since her 9-month update, she has started sitting up independently. She doesn't use her hands at all anymore, and she can sit up pretty much indefinitely. And that happened pretty quickly after she turned 9 months old, because she turned 9 months old at the beginning of September, and she was doing it. Like, I remember the first week or so we were in Ohio, which was around the end of September. I remember calling Adam, and I was like, yeah, she sat up for like 10 minutes today. And honestly, it seemed like she could have gone on longer, but she wanted a toy. So she like fell over, went on her stomach to go get that toy. Really around that like mid-September, end of September time period, she has been able to sit up pretty much indefinitely by herself. So that was a huge milestone for us. As far as, she still doesn't have any teeth, but as far as eating, like I can see that that's starting to become a little bit more independent. We're working with her on like a sippy cup. We're working with her on feeding herself little snacks. We're working on the little silicone
mesh feeder.
Yeah. that she can like chew and it comes out of the little tiny holes. Yeah, so we're working on a lot of things with her. She's made a lot of progress on a lot of things, but a lot of it is just she's really flourishing in a lot of areas, and just it's not as like a concrete milestone yet, if that makes sense. But yeah, she's doing amazing, and this is not completely related, but I think we've talked before about her heart condition, and we actually recently went to the cardiologist, and they said that she had a PDA that never closed, which isn't technically a congenital heart defect, but it falls into that category very often, but it closed up, or it's getting very close to closing up on its own. So they're really not worried about it anymore, which means she most likely won't need to get a procedure done at all, which we are so thankful about that. So just so many things are like happening that I feel like, I don't know, it's just...
Things are looking up.
Yeah, a lot of things are really growing. So great for her. What is the hardest thing about parenting her?
I know we just said that she's getting better at like communicating what she needs, but it's still hard for her to express exactly what she needs, and a lot of times it's really hard to know exactly what to do to help her. That, and along with starting to get a lot more therapy appointments, I just feel like.
Yeah, she has doctor's appointments like crazy.
Yeah, but those are the main things I think of.
Yeah, she's incredibly easy to be a parent too, so no complaints. How is it different when your baby has Down syndrome? I think we've talked about this in a couple ways already, just like, you know, worrying about her heart defect like constantly is a thing in the back of our head, and then the many appointments that she has to go to. She has probably at least 15 specialists that she sees on a regular basis, at least once a year. But honestly, I think I've expressed this sentiment as well before, but as first-time parents, we don't really know any different. So honestly, to us, like, it really doesn't seem that different. Like, we don't get to really compare her to anything, and we try to not compare her to anything because every baby is different. So there's really not a lot of good that can come from that, and that would just be like unnecessary pressure on her and ourselves. So it's really hard to say if there's much that's different. She's progressing well. Her doctors are incredibly impressed with her all the time. Her therapists are impressed with her all the time. Like, she's doing amazing, and I would not have chose a different life for her at all. I mean, she's absolutely perfect, and there's nothing I would change.
Yeah, no, I agree completely.
Yeah. Well, that was it. That was the last question.
All right, cool.
That's her whole 12-month update. And now that she's getting older and not more interesting, but just maybe a little bit more interesting to like vlog and things like that, you guys are probably going to start seeing a lot more of her. And for the month of December, which it is December right now, I'm going to start trying to upload 2 videos a week as opposed to the 1 that I've been doing for the past like 10 months. So that's really exciting. The next video you guys should be seeing is probably her birthday party video, which will obviously be about her, and you'll see a lot of her in that, although a lot of it is like preparation for that party, which she won't really be part of. And then I want to post like a highlight reel of like her past year, so you guys will get to see her and all the things that she's been doing and the way she's been progressing in some other facets as well. So I'm really excited about that. But yeah, that's it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you in those upcoming videos.